Yeah, I'm dedicating this episode to Bruno.
Fucking hell.
I love that Portuguese wizard.
Oh, God, I'm really annoyed about that. All right, welcome back to the FPL Draft Boys. As always, joined by Marley G, Hito, and myself, Whitey. Lads, how we doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty vibing.
Good. Just making our, explicit content signal on the.
We need to
lights.
make our quota of fucks and asses and whatever the fuck
Is that a
else.
thing on
Shit.
Spotify?
Yeah, dude, we
Yeah.
have to tick the box every time to say we're explicit.
So explicit.
And I try not to forget because we're very explicit.
We can get that way.
Yeah, we've got mouths on us. But, that's what our mothers taught us.
Look, we're from Australia. We can't help it.
Oh, don't blame it on the country.
We can't.
And now, boys, how you been?
Yeah, I've been really good.
Good.
Yeah. We saw you this morning at 6 a.m. for golf, which was pretty good.
Yeah, look, it was good. I was excited to be out there, but Miles is fucking around with our audio, our headphones.
Are we good now?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
We've got a little
Living
buzz
in a
there. We got a
static
little
world.
Sorry, but we're good.
Electrified.
Yeah, golf was good. Came down tight. Was good. But much better than how my fantasy team's been going. How about you guys?
Oh, mate, I'm pretty happy with mine, but I'm just annoyed as man himself calls out Bruno, just denying me pulling back any points at the moment.
Just got to equal your points every week, and I'm golden.
Mate.
I just got to get
so annoyed.
I just want a starting 11. I'd be happy with that.
Well, that's a good segue. Let's talk about your team.
All right.
How'd you go?
Look, let me get it up. Okay. So I got 34 points. No points left on the bench because none of those players were playing, as per usual. That's been happening to me for weeks now.
Yeah, I'd be surprised you could have dropped a few people by now.
I got Jose Sarr, 10 points there.
Wow.
Saved my ass.
Yeah.
Really did.
Ming's got 2. I mean,
Don't list off the
why am I
twos,
listing
man.
them? Why am I listing
Just say
that?
Foden got me a goal. and
Foden
that
got
was
a
it.
goal. Rashi got me an assist. That was it. He had a double game week. He didn't even fucking play today.
Two Spurs defenders. Is it going to look that way this weekend?
I don't know. They were looking so good, and then it's gone off a cliff.
It
But
really has.
it's a double game week for them this week, so I don't know. They'll
So
probably
4
still
points
be in
each.
my team. Yeah, it'd be solid. That's solid. Dude.
That's good for you.
Nah, dude, that'll probably be 1 point each because they let in concede 2 goals or something. But hopefully Reguilon will be back, and that'll help shore up their defense. Anyway, move on. Someone else with better team.
I'll go next because Miles pipped me by 4 points, I think, this week in the end.
Big time.
And Bruno.
Big time.
Yeah, I had a nice spread of points, mostly coming from my defense. Sanchez with 8 in goal, Cucurella with 7, Robbo 7, Walker 10, Say 6. And then I had Ronnie up front with 10 points. So,
Juicy.
yeah, got me up to 56.
Solid.
What about
Not
you,
bad.
Marley? 60. Rub it in. Go on.
Well, you guys know I'm a big time player. Big time moments, doing big time things.
Big time.
That's what Bruno does for me. Last kick of the football, and he just gets me 3 bones and a goal.
It was brutal.
And then the other one that I
Last kick of the game week. Like literally.
Literally.
Last kick.
Yeah.
I know. And did you see his celebration?
Yeah.
He ran up to the camera and was like, "That's one's for you, Miley G." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, Bruno, let's go."
You know, I'm calling that out. He said
You
that
bitch.
fucking joke before we potted, and it wasn't funny then. It's not funny now.
And then, boys, the man, the myth, the legend, Raheem is back in action with a Hattie.
I don't know how you traded for him. We need to talk about that at some point.
You traded him
pod.
away early in the season.
and you
and
traded
somehow
him
got
back, and get a hat trick.
I know.
And he looks so good right now.
So good. I trade him, and then he gets 2 assists, and then the next week gets a Hattie. It's unreal.
Still can't score a pen.
Honestly,
He can't score a pen. His record
I feel
from
like
the
he does that a lot. Like gets saved, but then he follows it in with a tap in.
Yeah.
how
So
much
you kind
you-
of forget about it.
how much of your winnings each year do you give to Bobby?
like 50%.
It's probably a good idea,
Just
dude.
an easy 50. You know.
Bobby just goes, oh well, at least Molly.
I'll be like, last year I was like, "Oh, here's $50. Thanks for Vardy." You know.
oh my,
Thanks for the party.
Surely he won't trade with you next year.
Dude, he called me after the Hattie, and I've never seen a kid that upset.
So let's just say what the trade was. Let's
So I've got to give you guys a bit of context because we had an international break, and we verbally agreed for Greenwood, Creswell for Sterling and his worst defender.
So this is prior to the Greenwood incident?
Yeah. This is like probably 4 or 5 days before.
But who's got what here? Sorry.
So I had Greenwood and Creswell.
Okay.
And he has Sterling and his whatever defender he going to give me. Because his defense is terrible. So he wanted a good mid and a good defender for Sterling.
Really?
And I wanted a City mid back. 'cause
Mace.
I kind of cooked it there.
Was Mason doing that much?
He was going okay. He was like... He was scoring. He scored a goal and he got an assist leading up to it, and he was getting the minutes. And he had the double game week coming up, and you know it's.
Yeah.
It's
All
he
right.
was
I thought it was really heavy weighted towards your side, but then when you told me the scenario with Bobby's team, he basically had an undroppable midfielder. In that, if he dropped, it would be bad. He needed to trade it away.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah,
had Gallagher,
no.
Bowen, Coutinho, Mane, and Sterling.
Yeah, and so
And he couldn't drop any of them.
exactly.
So he had to trade because he wanted to pick up Diaz, Liverpool's new midfielder.
Yeah.
So if he just dropped Gallagher or dropped Sterling, that would be a waste of a drop.
Yeah.
So he actually had
okay.
time pressure going against him
Yeah.
to get a better defender.
So that's what happened. As soon as the Greenwood news came out, he texted me and said, "Hey, I'm not doing that trade." And I was like, "Well, you kind of agreed it," but I didn't make a big deal about it. And then Diaz signed, and he was like, "I need to get backup for Mane because I'm reading all these reports that Klopp wants to sell Mane and he's going to be playing Diaz, and I want to do that whole kind of Chilwell Alonso thing that you were doing at the start of the season, just play them both. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter."
yeah,
and
yeah,
Liverpool
yeah.
can score like 6 goals like that. So anyway, I said, well, let's just do the original trade because that's what we should have done anyway. And you can just drop Greenwood because he's just dead weight.
Yeah.
And so he picks up Diaz, but then, Raheem just comes in clutch.
Yeah. 3. Yeah, the Hattie. Anyway, we'll go into detail about the hat trick in a minute. I think I'm thirsty. It's a bit warm here.
It's
a
so
hot day
toasty
today.
in this room.
Peter's got no fucking AC. He's got AC in every other room except the one we're in. He's like fucking sweating us out here.
Yeah, he just wants my
Look,
top
the missus
off, I
won't
think.
let you in my bedroom. So,
All right. Well, you know,
do it.
you know what it's time for.
Yeah. Let's get some brews,
Yeah, I'm ready.
drinking.
Hopefully they're still cold. Ooh.
Ooh,
I know what we want.
the new theme song.
Shouts out to Banta.
Thanks, Banner. Love it.
Oh my God. I'll just play it again.
Yeah, play it on.
Okay, so
Ooh,
we
okay.
have. I've never seen these before. They're small batch by Bricks, crafted in Sydney, spiced blood orange.
Wow.
Okay. Beer?
I don't know. It wasn't
Don't
in the
even-
beer section.
I
don't
like
even
how
know what it
you're
is.
catering to Hito all the time.
We are Bricks
You never
rum.
cater to me anymore.
What's wrong with this?
No, it's okay, but it's not a beer.
I bring beers every.
A delicious sparkling craft cocktail.
Cocktail. See, I told you, cocktail heat.
Dairy milk marble.
Marble. I haven't had that in ages.
Dude, it just made a
love
comeback,
marble.
and I'm very excited about it because it's my favorite.
Dude, I remember that when I was a kid.
I know.
Hopefully it's not melted.
Completely forgot
now.
about the marble.
No, it's not melted by now because it's been right next to these cold drinks. All right, crack the beer.
Yeah,
It's
I'm-
nice, dude. I'm
I-
just fascinated by the can. It's so
I
sick.
know. I think we're going to be impressed here.
It's a sick can.
The guy said it's been flying off the shelves.
And Malachi loves his rum, so
It's very... The first sip, it's like, oh, that's really bitter.
Oh,
But then it settles.
I get what you mean.
Yeah, but after the initial, it's actually... It comes off the tongue quite well.
off the tongue.
Yeah,
I like it.
I like it. It's refreshing.
Yeah, it's like it is
Refreshing,
a bit
but
bitter.
not not very sweet or anything, is it?
Did you say it's rum based? Oh, we are Bricks
Yeah.
rum creators and appreciate.
Definitely reminds me of like a rum cocktail for sure. Kind of like Long Island iced tea vibe.
The more I drink it, the more I get used to the bitterness.
Yeah.
Does it give you Long Island iced tea vibes?
No, I don't. No,
Not really.
All right, rate me. Oh, and the marble chocolate. Give me something. Oh, here
I'm
you go.
gonna give.
I got
I'm
some.
gonna give the drink a 7.9.
Not bad.
I'm just going to give you 8 because it's great effort and it's growing on me.
Oh my god. I love
And
this
it's
chocolate.
actually paired perfectly with the marble chocolate.
What can I
Surprisingly.
say? The sweetness and the bitter.
I'm honestly, for the marble, I'm going to give you like 100. Because I used to smash this when I was a kid.
How good is it?
And I didn't know that it had come back.
dude. How good is it? It's so smooth, and because it's hot,
It reminds me of like I don't know if they're called Gillians or Guerlains.
that's exactly what it is. It's
Yeah.
the budget version. You don't
Yeah.
have to
But-
spend $100 on them.
Yeah,
You
and
get a-
those
you get a
ones can
prawn.
sometimes be a bit too like
prawn or a
creamy.
shell.
No, they're my favorite.
Yeah,
They are nice.
Okay,
I'm
Hito,
going
want a rating?
to give this a 9.2.
yeah. So like you just get all the marks from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, boys.
Let's just let's do a food podcast. Fuck FPL.
Well, no, not hey. Let's just take out another day.
I've already won the league, so like let's just.
We'll record it after this.
Only if you just tank the rest of this season, then I'll let you do the podcast.
All right.
All right, boys. We're like 10 minutes into the pod. We better talk about football.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god, that
We had a little
chocolate's
bit in
going well. Okay. First game. West Ham versus Newcastle.
First of a lot of games.
Now, West Ham played Leicester and drew 2-2, and Newcastle won 1-0 against Villa.
Yeah.
That was big. I mean, I don't want to skip ahead because they were both good games. Let's talk about West Ham.
Bowen is GOAT.
Fuck, he's on fire at the moment. You know, there's always one guy who just catches a light that you don't expect.
He's unreal.
It's just nuts. And like we all thought it was going to be Antonio, but he's like faded.
No.
Completely.
Well, how much did we talk about Bowen in the past? Just like he was always that player that looked really exciting, but just didn't like got a goal every now and again, but just didn't break through at all. Like we'd flirted with people like Nito or Podence in the past that have given us those vibes.
So
and
it's
this
his-
season he's just like, oh fuck. I think the England call up is like today.
He's
Is tomorrow?
due.
Is it like they're releasing that list?
You got to
But
give him a run.
8 goals, 13 assists. It's absolutely insane. He scored 5 goals in the last 5 game weeks.
It's unreal, and it's his 6th double-digit haul of the season. Like it's just.
It's actually
I don't even
ridiculous.
believe it. Every week, it's just like, yeah, Bowen.
Where is he on the top scorers now? Like he must be fucking near the top.
148? So he's probably about 5th or 4th. Fuck, just from memory.
It's very high.
It's impressive.
He's third, actually.
Yeah, wow.
I think, like, at this point, I don't know. Do you try and trade for him or do you try and trade him away? Like, it's hard to trade someone that on fire. Could you get something massive for him?
I tried.
Did you?
Yeah, he
Who's got him?
Bobby.
Hopefully he's not stupid enough to do that trade with.
No, he's not.
But yeah, it's insane how good he's looking. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to trade him away.
No,
I
you
don't
just
think
wouldn't.
He's touchable.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, yeah, Cresswell was pretty poor for that handball.
Yeah.
Elbowed it basically.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Giving away the pen.
Yeah.
You know, neither here nor there, I guess, but not good in terms of their defense.
No.
And Craig Dawson with a header off the corner of, I think it was his 50th career goal.
Yeah, good on him.
Yeah, so
That looked like a bit of a handball too.
yeah,
to me.
I thought that was a
Kind of
handball. I
like-
couldn't believe it.
It's where the badge is almost on the arm.
Yeah,
like
crazy.
not shoulder, but I don't know.
All right, boys, tell me about Newcastle.
Yeah. Well, just before we leave West Ham, what are you guys doing with assets? Are we just holding?
Or deffing, kicking Zuma to the curb.
Oh,
Fuck that guy.
that guy, man.
What the fuck?
Jesus,
It's a player a week at the moment.
that's insane.
I know. What the fuck is he thinking? And he's filming it and
Yeah.
laughing. Like,
Yeah.
and they're both professional footballers. Him and his
know.
brother. You're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I think his brother got suspended for a bit, like by the club, and
gotta
then
be
Zuma
gone.
like missed the game, like because of
Yeah.
injury or something. But
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah,
I
I,
saw
was like,
that.
But so
Illness. Illness.
in the next 5, they've got 3 pretty tough matches with Liverpool, Wolves, and Villa, and they also play Spurs in there. But we know that's not a tough
Yeah.
match at the moment. It's
well, the
Rip
thing with
Dobbo.
Villa, we know they're scoring goals, but they're not winning games at the moment.
Yeah.
So defensive assets have got less of a appeal, I think, because like Leicester are not in a great place right now.
They're not in a great place, but they still are scoring. They're just conceding.
They are. It's just like that's not a great team to be. You know, you think you could maybe pip Leicester at the moment. So Villa's top 4 chance is interesting. But yes, creative assets, mostly through Bowen.
Yeah. That's it.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the man who scored the goal, Trippier,
Yeah.
has now got a broken foot.
Yeah. Back-to-back goals for him as well.
I
So
know,
that's going to
from free
really
kicks.
leave a dent in Newcastle's arsenal.
Yeah, everyone's talking about they'll miss his leadership and experience too. So that's going to be a blow for their relegation fight.
I couldn't believe that. But he scored that free kick nicely, you have to say.
They're hard to right on the edge of the box.
Yeah, I know. And it
'Cause you gotta
just
go
it was
through.
kind of weird. He just went straight through, but like
Yeah, I was
guess
giving him a few
You get a bit
lessons.
lucky. Oh, fuck it.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of an impressive win because I just felt like, Aston Villa didn't really show up.
I was
and
surprised
I don't know
too.
if Newcastle, I think they must have played them out of that, really.
Yeah, I think they. I don't remember seeing too many crazy saves from Newcastle, but yeah, they did well to hold them out. So could be a turning point for Newcastle.
It could be. It just, fixtures-wise, to me, it doesn't look amazing. Like West Ham, Brentford, Brighton, Chelsea, Palace, Spurs. Like, it's not terrible, but it's not fantastic for a team that like really needs wins. So without Trippier, they're going to need a lot. I'm not sure if I'm jumping on heaps at the moment. But, if you're ASMs and Fraser's actually impressed me a bit in the last few weeks as well. So that could be something to look at.
He was up there. He had 8 crosses this game week.
Yeah, he does
4
fling them in,
successful. And with Wood up front, Wood looked a little bit off.
Yeah.
Really wild shots there, but maybe it might take him just a game or two.
Should have signed Workhorse.
I know, probably.
Yeah, Woggy.
We'll get to that.
Probably.
All right. So next up is Arsenal.
Let's get a prediction, but
sauce.
I'm going on West Ham win.
Yeah,
I think so too.
West Ham win.
Yeah.
That's easy. Okay, now let's get on to the next game. We got Arsenal with a double game week. They're playing Brentford and Arsenal versus Wolves as well. So let's talk about Arsenal. I mean, they didn't play this week. Their game with Chelsea got postponed, probably because Chelsea was off winning another title and trophy. No biggie. Mendy adding just medals on medals at this point. And
Silva too. Did you see the post about Silva? How like PSG basically didn't offer him a contract or no option to stay, and then he's gone on and like fucking won like 4 trophies since he's left.
I know.
It's like, fuck you, PSG.
I know. I love it. And he said they didn't even ask if I'd play for $0.
Yeah.
And it sounds like he probably would have.
Maybe to play with
he's been
Messi
there for a while.
Yeah, well, and also because like maybe he just respects the club, but then they burnt him, and it was just like, okay, fuck you.
Yeah.
Anyway, but let's
So
talk about Arsenal.
For this double game week, I'm really liking Arsenal's defence. It's been quite impressive as of late, and it's Brentford Wolves. Wolves aren't scoring heaps of goals. I know they scored a couple on the weekend,
They're looking,
but I really feel like Arsenal can go back-to-back cleanies here, possibly.
Yeah, look, I wouldn't put it past them. And I think, there's definitely an opportunity for scoring goals against Brentford. Wolves is another prospect because they've been pretty solid in defence. But I think Arsenal assets are probably good for this week. We were talking about Odegaard before. I mean, he's been a little bit in form, so I'd be surprised if people didn't actually already have him. But maybe he has flown under the radar. So, he could be a good shout for this because he has been playing centrally in behind the striker there.
Is Martinelli back for this game?
Not the first one, the second one. It'll be his first suspension. So it's a bit brutal for the double game week.
Yeah.
But he'll be back for Wolves in the second game. But yeah, it's all their defensive assets. That's where the form is right now. They're not scoring a crazy amount of goals.
Yeah, so Teeny and Gabriel look pretty good.
Ramsdale as well has been really good.
Ramsdale's been great, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about Brentford. 0-0 against Palace.
I think the lines from like the rugby match they must have hosted at their stadium threw them off this week because there was all these lines all over their pitch when they were playing.
I didn't notice that
in their game against Palace.
Oh, really?
Maybe they thought they were playing rugby because their balls just did not go.
Oh,
anywhere near the
wow!
goal.
Look at that slam from you, Hito. Fucking hell!
Fucking Brentford.
Long lead in. Yeah, I think we could really skip over Brentford. There's just nothing really
poor.
exciting there.
Like they had so many chances. They created so many options just flying over the bar. Buemo making poor choice to cut back to someone instead of shooting. Just, a bit disappointing. I think they've really kind of just gone off our radar.
Maybe this is the week that we see the man, the myth, the legend, Christian Eriksen make his return.
Ooh.
Maybe.
So he did play in like a
Closed door game.
closed door game. They won 3-2 and he did set up a goal. A nice one, actually.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
I think Arse defense is
Question
so good.
from a Tony owner, a very stupid Tony owner who has been very emotionally attached to him from the get-go.
Yeah.
Does Ericsson make you think, oh, maybe I'll just hang on for another week or two?
Possibly, but he's 50% to play at this stage. He's got a calf injury, I think.
Okay.
And I just don't know if they'll risk him. But maybe I probably would have dropped him a long time ago, so you shouldn't have even had this battle.
I think the hard thing for us is there's maybe only 3 strikers that are kind of appealing
Yeah.
at the moment in our league. Like Adams, Edward, maybe Jay Rodriguez.
Yeah.
But
Maybe. But
yeah.
none of them are that scintillating.
No.
And I picked up one of the new strikers, and I've already got a Burnley striker too, so
Yeah, you probably don't want to load up there.
I don't want to double up Burnley
Yeah,
strikers.
I think if you're relying on Brentford assets, I don't think
Yeah.
they're the biggest move right now.
So you probably hold to answer your question. 'Cause
I'm
there's-
holding.
There's no one else.
I agree.
As long as you've got like a starting 11 and a sub or two.
Come on, Ericsson.
Yeah.
Bring back my boy. All right, let's get a prediction there.
Okay, so the Brentford game.
Game. I'm going to say 3-0. I'm giving you exact numbers.
Okay. Arsenal.
3-0 Arsenal. And then Arsenal Wolves. I think Wolves might get them.
I reckon draw.
I reckon draw.
Arsenal beat them just recently, 1-0.
I reckon 0-0.
Okay, I'll go draw. I'm
Yeah.
into that. Okay. All right, next one. Another double game week, and this one's for Watford. But Aston Villa play Watford, and then Watford plays Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
So obviously we spoke about Villa already. They lost to Newcastle 1-0, and yeah, Watford played Brighton and lost 2-0. Yeah, let's quickly talk Aston Villa. I mean, there's not much to say here.
Not great.
Yeah, it wasn't a good follow-up from the form that they've had under Stevie G.
You think they would be the heavy favourites going to this as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to bounce back from that.
For sure.
No doubt. And, like, what a perfect opportunity. I think, like,
Yeah,
Aston
we
Villa
wouldn't be
assets are
panicking.
going to look pretty fucking spicy this week. Watford are not good at all.
No.
I heard an interesting report actually about Watkins, and it was that he just really wasn't keeping up with the pace of play that Villa was trying to create, which really surprised me because I was like, well, who else are they going to put in that position? Like,
He's pretty pacey.
Ollie's pretty quick. So I was really kind of surprised. I was going to get your guys' take on that because
Like pace physically or like just pace of moving the ball? around?
moving the ball.
Oh. Well, I mean, I don't
His
know what
feet
they're
aren't quick
going to...
enough.
Yeah.
Well, what's... I don't know. I've not really watched enough of Aston Villa specifically to kind of get an idea for what it is. But, like, in terms of being able to move the feet quickly, I don't know. Who goes in there? Like, is Ingsy fit?
He is fit.
But it's not like... I don't think, like, he's like that.
No. Do you
I
just put Ramsey up top or something?
I think they're very similar players, so I'm not sure what they're going to do. They might end up buying a new striker, but
In the
I'm hoping
meantime?
it turns around for my sakes.
Yeah.
the
Could play
meantime, I
Ramsey.
don't know what other options
They're
there
talking
are.
about Ramsey a lot. His name's coming up, so...
It was just like an offshoot comment.
I think it's
was-
got to wait and see. Let's say wait and see.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let's talk Watford. It shouldn't take long. Lost 2-0 to Brighton. Dennis off the bar in this one.
Banked one off the bar.
But yeah, they've got the new manager in there. Old mate Roy's come back out of retirement just to get more of a pummeling. He loves it.
Just missed that week in, week out, that
He
punishment.
must. I miss Palace so much. I miss just like...
He must have the
grinding.
whips and chains at home.
I don't understand him, man. Anyway, whatever. I can't believe he came out of retirement for that job. All right. I'm happy to predict this one.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Villa.
Aston Villa versus Watford. Villa.
Yeah.
100%. Watford versus Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace.
Yeah, Palace aren't looking amazing either, but I think Palace as well.
You're not going to give Gerd a point, my old man?
No, sorry.
Not even a point.
I don't like. I'd give it if his team would earn it.
If they stepped up to
If
the
you
plate.
know what, like if they were
don't
going to do
deserve-
it, then yeah,
They
I
don't
would
deserve a
give it.
point.
Okay, sorry, dead air. Brighton versus Burnley is our next one, and then Burnley has a double game week playing Tottenham. Now Brighton, obviously, we just said 1-2-0 against Watford, and Burnley lost 1-0 against Liverpool. Talk to me.
Yeah, so Brighton also lost 2-0 this morning against United, and it was a completely different performance from the two games from them. I thought they'd actually get something from that United game.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they didn't, to be honest.
it's a bit disappointing, but
United did play a lot better.
In terms of highlights from this first game against Watford,
Yeah.
fucking Morpay, man. That volley chip thing, like, man, there's no way he meant it.
Yeah.
But just to get it on target is pretty impressive.
At first, when I saw it, I thought it was more of a loose hit than it was. Like, I thought it was just going to be a weird shin.
Yeah, I know.
But it
I
actually
thought
looked
so too.
more like a shot.
I know. I thought
it
the
would
exact
be.
same thing. And then I'm like watching it the second time, like, he looks so deliberate.
Yeah,
I'll give it to him.
A better connection.
I know. And he's very capable of that stuff.
Yeah.
Can someone give me his form at the moment while we talk about
I
something else?
don't think it's great, to be honest.
But it's not terrible.
Okay,
from memory.
look it up. Look it up. We'll talk about Webster. He got a scrappy goal there.
Webby, yeah.
I don't really know Webster.
He's been pretty quiet.
Who is he? Is he a midfielder?
He's a defender.
He's a defender. Okay.
So before we
so
jump
is he
into-
coming for Burn? Maybe.
Yeah.
He was already been there, but
Okay.
let me just quickly cover off Morpay just before I bring up Webster for you guys. So he's got 1 goal since game week 19, which is the one just we're talking about now, and 3 assists since then. So not like crazy form,
Okay.
not jumping
but a
on.
little bit of something.
But he's one of those guys that once he gets a bit of confidence, he just goes on a little run. He's a good little pickup guy, and then you drop him. I'm thinking about it.
Webster actually has a decent amount of form. Switching to him,
Really?
he's got 2 goals in the last 4 games.
As a
Really?
defender.
He scored against Chelsea.
What does he? Fuck that guy.
Yeah, 11 points,
I
11
remember.
points and 15 in those 2 weeks.
I blacked it out
Wow.
already.
And
Okay.
he's only 2 goals of the season, so yeah,
He's in form. That's all I'm hearing.
he's definitely in form,
I've got a space for a defender. I might have a
Mate.
look.
mate.
Okay, nice. And now, obviously, on the flip, they played United and lost 2-0. And, you know, I mean, there really wasn't much from them there.
No.
There was like an insane long-range shot off the bar from
Oh my God, Moda.
from who? Moda.
Moda.
I was
Yeah.
like looking at that name. It's like, what the fuck does that
He
mean?
was actually really lively in both games.
Okay.
He was. I think he's playing in just behind the striker. He's
Okay.
getting a lot of action, and he's got decent XG across those 2 games. I think it's like 0.68 for both games.
Juicy.
So just under a goal, but I think that's a little bit, you know, not as super flattering as it could be from the way it looks to the eye. Because he's getting in there, he's got the shot on the bar. He was just as lively. Could have had 2 or 3 goals each
So he's
game.
punching,
So-
you're saying? He's punching.
Yeah, he's punching. He's got no goals this year, but it's just a one to watch.
God, you're making me really... I'm excited.
You're excited.
That's what that heavy breathing
Selling
is.
it.
Okay.
One to watch.
All right, let's move on. Okay, can someone quickly bring me Brighton's fixtures coming up?
Yeah, we can do that.
Because
Yeah,
I think...
I've got them here. So they got Burnley, Villa, Newcastle, then Liverpool City.
Ooh, not good. Okay,
The
moving
next 3 are great,
Next
though.
three
on. Yeah,
good
next
though.
3 are good.
Jump
So-
on.
Jump on. More pay for 3 games, maybe.
Yeah.
And a
Defensive
bit of
options
Webster's.
maybe for
Webster's
Burnley and
dictionary
Newcastle.
defines goals as ball and net.
Exactly that.
That was some of my
Line for
best.
line.
That
Wow.
was some of my best gear.
I can't believe you know that.
Okay, so let's talk about Burnley. Burnley, yeah, they played Liverpool, and lost 1-0 from a bit of a messy Fabinho goal. I have to say, I think they got a bit gypped there. Like, it was one of those times where I feel like Liverpool wasn't at their best.
No.
And it might have been a good chance to get a little win.
100%.
Allison kept them in the game. Oh, we'll talk about Liverpool after. Talk about Burnley. We'll get to Liverpool.
Yeah. So, really great performance from Pope. He's got 34 points in his last 5 appearances. So,
Jeez.
fucking cranking it. And we all know what he's capable of. He's been up there a couple of years in a row. So, it's finally coming through for him. So, if he's available, grab him. Now, Weghorst had a few good chances. He's been lacking a bit of finishing and definitely could have improved on that. But if he can maybe manage to settle down his nerves or whatever and, you know, settle into the Prem, he could look like a pretty decent option. And, I mean...
strong too. Like
he's a big
There was
boy.
multiple challenges coming in from Liverpool, and he just kept going.
Oh, really? Yeah. It did seem like that. And
really strong on the ball.
Yeah, I like him. And how about that fucking challenge from Tarkowski on Jota?
Jota, yeah.
I was loving that.
Yeah.
I was just like thinking of the Jota owners out there and being like, fuck you. And also Liverpool fans. Sorry, guys. I love you.
Our boy Ben Mee nearly gave Liverpool a goal as well at the end.
Ben Mee doesn't get enough mentions this season.
I love his
I feel like he's just like fading into the, you know, this. the ether.
Yeah.
He's.
The black hole of Burnley.
We need a new token guy. Like, I'm sorry, Ben Mee, I love you, but we need a new token guy. We just have to figure who out.
Webby.
Webby.
It's got to be Webster.
Wasn't it Norman?
Or Storman.
Storman Norman.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to him.
He was our first half of the season.
Yeah. Okay. We'll go with Webster's dictionary for the second half. Okay. So yeah, Burnley are playing Brighton and Tottenham. Look, I think it's not too easy fixtures, but Burnley are definitely capable of winning the Brighton game.
Yeah.
At the moment,
Especially against their performance. So maybe one to watch.
yeah, and I think Tottenham are looking vulnerable.
Very, yeah.
Let's just see if they can kind of grind one out there. But yeah, I'm liking Burnley a little bit right now.
I'm tempted with a draw for both.
Oh, that's very Burnley. That's very Burnley.
Let's do it.
Oh, we've had a lot of draws this week already.
Oh, it's the most common result in football, bud.
Is it?
Yes.
I didn't know that. It's hilarious.
The least tempting to bet on.
I would actually put money on it.
Do you not know that?
Look, it's Malstradamus, so I'm guessing it's fucking right.
You're making it up and just making it sound like someone actually told you a stat. There's probably
It's
a
so
physical
true.
stat there.
It's so true.
Okay, Hito is frantically typing now to Google that. All right. I'll go with two draws. I'll go with two draws. Okay, next one. Crystal Palace versus Chelsea. Palace drew 0-0 with Brentford. Not a good result. You'd be expecting a lot more against Brentford. And yeah, obviously Chelsea didn't play. Well, they did play. But, they were just winning more trophies.
Yeah.
So we'll keep this short. Palace, AU had a good chance, skewed it wide. He just didn't look great there. And then my big question is, was that a pen on Zaha? Like, it looked very physical.
It was close.
It's kind of classic Zaha challenge, though, isn't it? You just can't tell if he's going
like he
down.
was away. He just looked like he was away to me. And then the other guy's collecting him as he's kind of like nowhere near the ball. I don't know. To me, I thought it was a bit of a pen.
Yeah, I don't think they deserved more than the point, though, because they weren't very good for the rest of it. So I don't really care.
Fair shout.
So, boys, coming back to our question on results.
It's got to be 1-0.
So between 15-16 season and 19-20 season, the highest percentage in the Premier League result is 1-0.
Yeah, fuck off, Miles.
Most commonly to the home team. And then 0-0 is 7%.
I don't know where you
7%.
I don't know where you're getting these stats. I don't know if you.
The Prem site.
Bettingoffers.uk.
Oh yeah, because they want you to believe that shit.
I love
because they want you to bet against it.
Okay.
Well, it's the same in the Championship.
Now, as we said, Crystal Palace have a double game week. They're playing Watford as well. So for this week, obviously their first fixture's not going to be too spicy, but maybe for the second half.
Possibly, yeah.
You'll be playing them. But yeah, I don't think we need to spend much time on Crystal Palace this week. They've just not been a very good lately.
Let's just get a prediction and move on.
Predict? Okay. Okay, Palace versus Chelsea. Chelsea 1-0.
Yeah.
Well, after hearing those numbers, it sounds pretty strong.
And I think we went Palace in the second game, so we've got to go Palace again.
Yep.
Yeah, obviously, Palace.
Yeah.
Go on then. We could change it now, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going
Draw.
Watford.
Put 2 bets on.
Okay, let's talk Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool are playing Norwich. Liverpool playing Norwich coming up, and they also got another game against Leeds.
What a tasty two
That is a
fixtures
tasty
for
double.
FPL.
That's a great double.
God.
You want Liverpool players this week, don't you?
Big time.
Yeah, look, okay. So, but they only managed 1-0 against Burnley, so let's not get too excited.
They did, but it's just one of those games where you grind one out.
We're welcoming back the Africa Cup of Nations guys. Salah's is working his way back. He's still a bit sad. Mane's very happy. It's weird, yin and yang on that one. But maybe they'll work it out.
I think they will.
Maybe by this double game week.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, obviously they only won 1-0 against Fabinho poking one in off the save from Pope, which was unfortunate because Popey was on fire.
Yeah.
But I guess my main question would be about this Diaz thing. Like,
well, he didn't play.
Do you think
this week?
Do you think it's a wise decision to try and trade for him and do what Bobby's doing, the Mane Diaz swap?
I think it's a bit tricky because when I look at the trade Bobby did, I almost feel like having Sterling in your team is stronger than having the backup of the two Liverpool players. 'Cause you're
with the
potentially-
form that he's
'cause you're
got,
potentially
yeah.
having one player not play, and you're also losing a good player from City.
From City. And City can just put like 8 goals through.
Yeah. So I feel like it's a bit risky for what he did. But maybe if you're in a deeper league and you're able to snag it, I think if you had just Diaz and you picked him up, I think that's not a bad shout, like we called out last time. But he can't. I don't think he can play Champions League from memory. So he won't play tomorrow morning when Liverpool play.
Well, that is interesting.
He might play one or both of these games this coming week. So I think if you picked him up, you know what you're doing. You're banking on him paying every now and again. But until we see more, I wouldn't be throwing.
Well, this is probably the
everything at him.
perfect game for Diaz and Mane owners.
Yes.
You know, if you have them both, this is
double
the
game
perfect opportunity.
Yep.
'Cause-
Because they both have minutes.
Exactly.
And they're good fixtures.
And they could actually play like 60-30, then 30-60,
Yeah.
you know?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's how it looks, but
We'll see.
yeah, we'll see.
All right, let's talk about our boy Storman.
Storm and Norman.
Look, he's copping a bit of a beating.
It's looking like Normandy at the moment.
Oh wow, that's not bad from you. That's not bad at all. Norwich lost 4-0 against City, so yeah, not the best result there for them. But look, Liverpool probably not going to win that one either. City and Liverpool back to back. I don't see much going on there. So let's move on and get a prediction.
I'm just going to go Liverpool.
Do you know the reason
Liverpool
Norman
for
was
both
our
of them.
first half of the season shout? Because that's when he was playing. He hasn't played for the second half so far.
Oh really? I haven't heard his name.
He's
much.
played like probably about 40 or so minutes since game week 14,
Wow.
just in the last 2 weeks.
He's not so
Come back from injury.
Oh, he's not been
So-
storming anymore.
No, he's not storming.
All right, let's talk. Oh, have we done our prediction?
I just put Liverpool down for both.
Live. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay, Southampton versus Everton. Southampton drew 1-1 against United.
Boys.
And Everton won 3-0 against Leeds. Your boys, tell me about Southampton.
You want to go?
Yeah, Southampton really put up a solid game against United, and United didn't play too well in that game anyway, but Southampton, we said, have had really good form lately, and their fixtures are really strong.
They are good, aren't they?
They've got Everton, Norwich, Villa, Watford, Burnley.
Oh, that's really good.
And they're in form, so they're looking really good. Che Adams with the goal this week, which was
3 goals in the last 5 as well.
Yeah.
He's got some great form
100%
coming into this great run of fixtures.
definitely a form player right now. Picking up some points, and they look lively. They're creating chances. They're putting tough teams, up against it. So
JWP is looking really good. We've mentioned him last week.
Yeah,
he was
we
probably
did.
the form player from the break that we had.
Yeah, JWP didn't get anything this week, but again, like I think the week before, because there was a weird turnaround with the game week, so we didn't get a pot out last time. But he got 2 assists in the game against Tottenham.
Yeah.
11-point haul. He is insane. He's holding so many points.
Yeah, I actually expect them to go on a really, really good run. So if there's a few players that you can pick up, like I'm looking at our league, and Adams is actually free.
Yep.
So there might have been some, definitely we've been sleeping.
Elenoisi, who's got assist this week, and he got a goal against Tottenham. 2 game week form there. And then obviously Broha is always quite lively too. And Forster.
Yeah.
Oh my
Fuck
God,
me.
I know.
That took me back,
dude.
man. Do you know when he was at Southampton all those years ago before he went on loan and all that?
Yeah, I know.
That was like Forster of old, the fucking brick wall.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude, it was spicy. Oh, it's very nice.
He was unstoppable. He looks so good. Like,
So-
reactions.
Give me your fave 4 players at Southampton right now. Just give me the summary.
Yeah, you were just out of the room, but we just said them. So
Say it.
Adams, JWP, Forster in defence, and possibly even Bednarak. Like he hasn't been scoring heaps, but the last few weeks he's actually looked really, really good in defence. So they could get a few cleanies there. And Livramento, I know he came off on the bench, but has he been getting full minutes? I haven't been keeping an eye on him.
What are your thoughts on
He hasn't
Broha?
played for about 5-6 weeks.
Because I'm
Oh,
not
so he
hearing
might have had a niggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Broha looked good.
I mean, he's been good this
Yeah.
whole season, really. Like, he's been off and on, and he's had some injuries.
He scored against Tottenham.
But yeah, like he's...
Everyone scores against Tottenham, though. Sorry, Dobbo.
There's 6 goals, 2 assists this season for Broha. So,
Okay. There's more to
yeah.
be got. Maybe some against Everton. Okay. Next one. Everton. 3-0.
surprised.
First game, home game under Lamps.
Yeah.
Big result. They did pretty well here. Coleman with his first Prem goal since 2019.
Ooh. Wow.
I know.
Do you remember when he used to be royalty
Dude,
with
he
Baines?
was great.
Oh.
That
Baines
was
on the
They were the
left.
first two.
It was only for
wing
one
backs.
season, and then
Was
he got
it?
badly injured the next season.
okay.
It was like the first season that they like linked up. There was like they were just fucking
They were like the
insane.
OG wing back pickups,
Yeah.
weren't
Yeah,
But-
but
That was when
surprised.
wingbacks became cool.
they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Baines was
Oh.
on his own. You're like,
how good was Bainesy?
wing backs?
Oh,
He
God.
was so
Free
good.
kicks,
He was so
corners.
unassuming.
Yeah.
Like, you just looked at him like, oh.
Do you remember like Neil just picked him up like first every year?
Yeah.
It was like
it.
his second pickup every
I
year.
loved him.
He was insane. He still is. We miss you, Neil.
So good.
Yeah,
I was surprised
sorry.
Everton got such a convincing win this week because they got pumped by Newcastle the week before 3-1, and Leeds have picked up a little bit of scoring form. So I was surprised they kept it to 3-0.
But mate, when you look over and you see that stallion of a man, Frank Lampard, on the sideline just yelling, you just want to do it for the kid, don't you?
Oh, you do. I would. I'd do anything for that guy. I'd do anything for him.
Super. Frank. Nah, but look, they looked really good, created a lot of chances.
Yeah.
And Richarlison looked really good.
Yeah, no, Charleston looks like exciting, actually. There was, and basically that was his goal at the end. It deflected off Gordon, but it was tiny.
Yeah.
It was a nice little shimmy and getting a shot away. Keane being the other scorer in this game with a bit of a strong header off the corner.
Yeah.
Not exactly frothing on that yet. And it's good to know that, like, Gordon was quite involved, but, like, you might see that goal, and if you didn't see it, you'd think, oh, he's got a goal. He's, the form is continuing, but he was just in the way.
Picked up an assist though, and he could have scored like within the opening, 2 minutes. He had
Yeah.
a clear chance, which he fucked up. But Frank
yeah.
seems to be,
And
calling on him a bit. So
It's his second double-digit haul in 5 weeks, so that could be a sleeper pick, guys.
Okay,
He,
all right.
yeah, he did a brace
got
like 5 weeks
he's
ago.
got 2 XG from the last 2 game weeks.
Yeah, I think Gordon could be something
Yeah.
to look at, especially if you're in a deep league. Just go for a punt.
I think so.
All right. Let's predict this bad boy. Southampton versus Everton.
Oh, I don't want to predict it.
Hito, go first.
I think Southampton.
I think Southampton too.
Wow, I would have said Everton.
Ralph Hasenhüttl is onto something.
Give me a draw, boys.
Nah, I'm
You're
going.
gonna regret
nah,
No.
nah.
DCL Hattie, boys.
Got enough
Watch
draws.
out.
1-0.
How many games back has DCL been for now?
It's been about
the
4 or
first
5
game.
weeks. He
Flirting
missed
with
1
minutes.
week, but yeah, he's back. He's playing.
Okay, I don't want to talk about that.
Let's talk about City.
Let's talk about City. Okay, City smashed Norwich 4-0, and then Tottenham lost 2-0 against to Wolves. Yeah, look, City is City. What?
Yeah. Scored 5 this morning
What
in
are
the
you gonna
Champions
say?
League as well.
Yeah, did they?
Yeah.
Fuck, who scored them?
Mahrez, Sterling,
Bernardo Silva got 2 or
Bernardo,
3.
Gundogan.
Yeah.
Assist,
those.
maybe.
Yeah. I think Bernardo got 2.
Yeah,
Who'd they play?
Sporting, I think.
Oh,
Lizzo.
Yeah.
Lizzo.
The juice.
Okay, well, let's get back to the Prem here. So let's talk Hatties.
Let's do it.
We'll just go through it.
The first goal was sick.
First goal was like, I mean, I've not really seen Sterling score great goals like that in a while. Like as we said before,
deflection when I first
he
saw
often
it.
like gets that tap in thing.
Yeah, he's
from
so
the-
poachy.
when they're swarming the box, he just always seems to be
Well,
there.
2 and 3 were.
Yeah,
poachy.
exactly. Well, mind you, he headed it. You don't see many Sterling headed goals.
It
No.
was the perfect hat trick.
But yeah, so obviously, yeah, curls at top corner, Sterling header back post, and then the pen got saved, but
He was there.
the poacher was
I do
there.
love that for FPL though. It goes from, reduces the points down for that last goal at least.
Oh, I loved seeing that.
I'm really interested because obviously De Bruyne didn't play, and
Yeah.
in that case, Mahrez would be first or second choice penalty taker. But I think it was because
Yeah,
Sterling was on the Hattie.
I think so. Normally it would have been Mahrez.
Yeah.
That's what I thought too. I was like, fucking hell.
I know.
Because I would have had, goal there. But I'm happy with my Mahrez pickup.
Yeah, I'm definitely regretting doing it for my Lingard punt that I banked on, but obviously that didn't happen.
Yeah, look, not so good. Let's talk about the other goal scorer, Philly Foden.
Big Phil.
Back, giving me reason to keep him in my team.
Oh, yeah.
Man, it was pretty nice actually. Like it was a messy. Like at first, I just thought, I'm like, oh, that's just a messy goal.
Yeah.
And then, like, you see him kind of reach his foot around, flick it out,
Rake
create
the ball
space,
out, yeah.
and then finish. And I'm like, oh, that was pretty good. I was like, okay, nice, Philly, you're staying in the team.
Yeah.
Keep
That's all you
Philly
need in those
cheesesteak.
situations. If one player is calm and collected and moves the ball, because the defenders are just throwing themselves at anything
Yeah.
in that situation. And you can just,
Maybe that's what Ollie needs to learn a bit from Phil.
Yeah.
Get quick feet.
Yeah, quick feet.
Quick fuck or quick feet?
I was about to say quick fuck.
Yeah, take a quick fuck.
All right,
Shove a
guys.
quick
Don't worry, I'll tick the explicit box. I'll tick the
All
explicit
right,
box.
let's talk about Spurs because what's going on?
They're very inconsistent. I think they're very capable too.
I think we just need to hone in on Lloris.
Oh, Jesus,
Whoa.
man. What a fucking shit
But
game.
he does this.
don't
He goes
get
from
it.
being like, oh, he's a pretty good keeper, and then he'll have one of these games, and you go, oh,
Yeah, I know. It was shocking. Like, why did he punch that ball?
like it was a mess.
It was there.
yeah.
I mean, it's because he'd punched the first one. His mind was locked in on punching.
Punching.
He's like, I'm going to punch everything that comes my way. I'm going to punch fucking anyone who comes near me.
And only punched it to the penalty spot.
I know. It's like, dude.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
And then the pass out for the second
shocking.
was horrendous. And then the clearance from Davies was horrendous.
I know. Defensively, they were
Just kick
shocking
it out
that
for
game.
a throw in.
They had a couple of moments, like from Son and Kane. I think Kane of the past probably would have scored it.
Oh, 100% that through ball.
Yeah, but Sonny still looked good to me. He's always a
But
threat.
he did all that work for that chance where he got put through on the right wing, cuts back nicely, and then put the weakest shot on target straight to the feet of the keeper.
Come on,
They're all
don't
off.
write him off, mate.
They're all off.
They're all off.
They're all off.
So, look, I don't know. With what we have seen, Tottenham are capable of kind of coming back, but this is not the game for them to do that. I mean, I don't think they will. They might get a good result against Burnley, so
Maybe, but we've predicted draw. So let's
we did predict a
The
draw.
fact that they
Shit.
also threw out they threw away the game against Southampton in the week we didn't cover a pod. Like, they're not looking solid at the moment at all.
All right. Obviously, City for the win. Draw for the other one we called. Let's move right
I think
along.
that's a fair draw still.
Okay, Leeds versus United. Leeds lost 3-0 to Everton, and United, drew 1-1 with Southampton. They also... do we have that
Leeds
score
have to
there?
play.
What was the score against Brighton? It was 2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And United also won in the double game week against Brighton, 2-0. So let's talk about Leeds.
I don't really want to talk about them.
All they did was rattle the crossbar, and I think it was...
Oh my God,
James.
twice.
Was
No,
it
it was
Yeah.
Rodrigo.
Yeah,
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo.
Twice.
I know.
The first one, though, that volley was fucked. And the second one was a lovely curler that went top corner.
My favorite thing is I'm reading our notes here is Rodrigo's volley game me goosels. What the fuck?
Blind heater typing
So
that for you.
good.
Gave me goosels.
Game me goosels. We got to use
Yeah,
that.
goosels.
And that's
man.
not autocorrect because he's
No, I
literally
wrote
typing that
Goosels. I
straight
wrote
into the
Goosels.
spreadsheet.
That's amazing.
It
Or-
did. It didn't give you goosels?
A little bit.
Mate.
I've got goosels
That'd have been
right now.
goal of the season.
It would
If
have
it went
been.
in.
Goal of the
But
season.
they also
Oh,
had
goal
a
of the
really
season.
good.
Ages.
They had a really good result the week before, which we didn't cover.
What was that? Remind me.
For Leeds. Well, they drew 3-3 with Villa, but they
Oh, that was a cracker.
they pulled it back.
Yeah.
James got a double, so they're starting to get a bit of goal
Oh,
scoring.
man, I was so close to grabbing James.
Yeah,
I saw him playing up front. I was like, oh,
Yeah, I
like
grabbed him.
He's basically a striker.
yeah,
You grabbed him.
yeah.
You fucker.
And I thought Everton would be like a great fixture after that, and I was very surprised.
that's
So
brutal.
who knows against United? United showed in those two games that they were shit against Southampton. They were better against Brighton. I don't know what Man United were going to get this game, But I think maybe Leeds' fast pace attacking could potentially throw them off because
It really could.
they got rinsed United for their work rate against Southampton.
Yeah.
People were ripping into them. So,
Well, that's a good segue. Let's talk about United. So they obviously lost 1-0 against Southampton, and then
1-1.
Oh, sorry,
They
1-1.
drew 1-1.
Drew
So
1-1.
Sancho with a goal there.
Yeah,
And actually looked decent for probably one of the first times I've been like watching him like, oh, that's not bad. And I honestly don't know what he's been doing while I was away.
he scored away. He got an assist.
So he's starting to get involved.
starting to get a bit of form. Yeah,
So, I mean, it's unlikely that he's available because he's just a name.
yeah.
But if he is, might be a good time to maybe trade for him, you know.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
I was kind of looking at him in that game and I was like, oh, wow, he actually is not looking bad at all. You know, and obviously he's starting now, less competition because there's no Greenwood. Rash is actually not in the best form. So
My only worry is just United in whole. Like, it's just...
I know.
I wouldn't be keen to be jumping on them.
Yeah,
But if they're
But you
capable
can't
of
write him off
goals,
as well.
They're capable of goals, dude.
I know, but I just think there's so much better assets out there if you're trading or
Yeah,
potentially
for sure.
picking up.
Yeah, I wouldn't value him
Unless
very
you've
high.
got them already and there's not much out there, but
Yeah,
like I wouldn't be going out of my way to hunt them down because United are a fucking mess.
Let's talk the Brighton game.
It was
Because
much
this
better.
was better.
Yeah,
A lot better.
Oh, the goal from Ronnie. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was nice.
So a little like works himself free. Like it was classic
Yeah.
little shuffle from Ronnie there, and just gets into space and fucking hammers the ball.
Oh man, the celebration was like he hasn't
Whitey.
scored in a while.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
You
it's like a
could
six
see-
game goal drought, I think.
Do you see all the soos at the tennis?
Yeah,
That was terrible.
outrageous.
You can't use it
It's
at
like-
the tennis.
Yeah.
It just sounds like boo.
Medvedev's like,
Yeah.
they're booing. They're booing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, they might be.
I don't know what. Yeah, probably for him.
Anyway,
For him.
So yeah, that was a pretty nice goal. Bruno's ball into Ronaldo was spice. Shame he couldn't finish it. Like you could see on his face, it was like,
Yeah, I can't believe he didn't finish that.
I know,
Yeah.
I can't believe it either. And and then Fernandez. Oh my god,
Last kick of the game.
dummies the pass.
I thought he'd lost the moment when he did that little hesitation.
I know, me
thought it-
too.
but then the keeper
and then he
dove the wrong way.
slams it home too. Like it wasn't like the keeper was just on the ground. I'll just
Yeah.
pop it in. It was like a fucking good finish.
The one thing I want to talk about is Pogba. Okay, so
Pogba.
he came back 3 weeks ago, and he scored a goal, and then blanked against Southampton, and then got the assist here. He's playing minutes. He's playing all the minutes.
Well, 17 in the second game against Brighton.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Came off the bench. But yeah, two
That's it.
starts and then 17 minutes.
And look, I watched the
He's in the
full
shop.
version. I watched the full version of Southampton, and I thought he was probably the best player for United on the pitch. He was just bossing the
Not
game.
hard to be.
Yeah, it wasn't hard,
But
but like he's still like. What do you guys think? Because we obviously know that he's very creative, and you know he gets amongst it. I think he's a pickup.
I think if he's free and
He's so inconsistent.
he's an
man.
option. It depends on who's out there, but
Yeah, but if you go back to the start of the season, he was the midfielder of choice for United.
I know. Like he was
Okay.
great for a bit.
He was getting like
12 assists in
so many assists, and then he
10 weeks or something.
something happened. I don't know if he was injured the whole time, but something like he fell out with the manager. That was clear. He was trying to force a move that didn't happen, and then he just got left out. And now the new manager comes in. Obviously, he wants to play for a different club coming up. So I feel like he's going to try and play his socks out.
I don't know. Yeah, look, it's a fair shout. Like if he's just free, pick him up. I wouldn't say no to taking a punt on him, but I'm also not like excited by him.
I'm excited.
Well, that's fine.
I honestly think that it's Pogba, man. And he's so creative. Yeah. All right, let's move on. It's a bit quiet in here. I don't know.
I know it went real quiet.
I don't know. I think just with him, you just never know. Like, I don't know if he's going to show consistency over the longer run for end of season, but potentially, like he's over the last couple of 3 games, you know, 0.3 XG, 0.5 for assists, X assists.
It's not too bad after
50%
3 games of
assists.
data.
Yeah.
Like that after 3 games, that's all you got. And
No, it's not bad.
like it's pretty good.
It's not too bad. I think it depends. Like, yeah, he's kind of 4th in the XA for X assists.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
Decent.
yeah.
Pick him up, boys. You heard it from the champ.
Okay. All right, champ. Lead us off in giving us a prediction. Leeds versus United.
I think United will win this one, and I think Liverpool will win the second one.
I agree with both those predictions.
I'll agree as well.
You'll agree. Begrudgingly.
I'll agree.
All
Seem to
right,
throw another
last
draw in
one. Double game week as well for Wolves. Wolves
Yeah.
are playing Leicester and then they're playing Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Last week they played Spurs and lost. Won 2-0. And then, Leicester drew 2-2 with West Ham. Now let's talk Wolves. Ooh, Himmy. Juicy volley. Finish off the very kind gift from Hugo.
Loving Wolves at the moment.
I know, I actually really do.
They're my second
just
favourite team right now.
They're quite solid.
They are. They've been really solid defensively for quite a while.
And they're happy to just score 1 or 2 goals and win. And
Yep.
it just seems, I mean, can you get up their wins, draws, losses? Sorry, burp.
Oh, wins, draw, losses. That will take me a little bit, but
I need it now.
I got you. So 1, 2, 3. No, they've been going really, really well. Defensively, they've been amazing. It will be a really interesting test for them, though, this weekend, trying to go back-to-back against Leicester and Arsenal, which are kind of those teams that they can be quite difficult.
Yeah, well, Leicester can score goals. They just can't defend.
Yeah.
That's been their biggest problem all season. So, they scored 2 goals against West Ham. So, they could do it against Wolves, no doubt. But look, I think the obvious players are there at Wolves this season. Like, they're not kind of got those standout players this time, but Jimenez is back. That's obvious. He's so capable of finishing. He's a great
he was
volleyer.
lively in this game too.
He was good. Definitely capable against scoring against both Leicester and Arsenal. Is there anyone else that's kind of stepped into?
It's all their defensive assets we've spoken about multiple
of course,
times.
of course
if they're
that.
still free and you haven't picked up the message, you've got to have at least one in your team.
Whoa,
They're just
that was a
so
powerful
strong.
message. If you haven't picked up the
Yeah.
message, it was quite aggressive.
Well, we've been
Aggressive
saying for
wording.
weeks.
Listen
What the
to
fuck
me.
What are you listening for? if you're not
You
taking
sounded
our
like my
tips?
teacher. Okay, I
Also,
like it,
guys,
though.
if
you
you're
come
gonna
down hard sometimes.
if you want a cheeky mid for Wolves, I quite like Podence. I thought he looked really, really good.
Yeah.
And now with Traore gone and obviously Neto's not here this season, I really like him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now I want to talk Leicester.
interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, 2-2. I mean, it's the same thing we keep saying. They're capable of scoring goals, but they can't defend. So I think attacking wise, obviously Tielemans scoring that pen strongly. Who won the pen though?
Madison, wasn't it? Because Barnes.
It was a handball. I
Oh,
think.
that's right. It was a handball.
It's the handball.
Yeah,
It was a handball from Cresswell.
The handball.
Crazy,
yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, he finished that nicely. And then, Barnes crosses the ball back post and Pereira chips it to the back post with his head.
yeah.
He was like chip.
Chip.
Anyway, it was nice.
Barnes was an interesting
like me
one
on the golf
because
course.
for me, he was involved in everything I saw in that game.
Yeah, I
They
agree.
kept going to him and he's putting in balls, but his XG is not super high. It's only about 0.2 for assists.
0.2.
So I don't
for
think
assists.
it's fully being counted maybe unless it's received by the other player. I'm not 100% sure how it's calculated.
I'm not
But
sure, but
there was at least 5 chances he created in the box.
yeah, I thought he
For an
looked
opportunity.
exceptional that game. And I was constantly thinking, when you watching someone even just in the game or in the highlights and going, does anyone own him? That thought just
Yeah.
ticks in your mind
Yeah.
oh shit, I need to check if someone owns him. And you just know some fucker's got him. Anyway, I'm not
Shout
talking
out.
about anyone's specific
Shout
name
out
in
to
room.
the league leader.
AKA some fucker. Anyway, so he's looking like a big outlet there. Pereira scoring a goal. He's been out for most of the season.
Yeah.
But maybe maybe an option. I know it's only one goal.
Yeah.
But yeah, good to see him getting back, and he's definitely capable of getting forward and getting goals.
Yeah, he is. There's just probably, for this game week, there's some good double game week players probably that you can pick up.
Yeah, rather than him. No, not specifically for this game week, but maybe one to keep an eye on because
for sure.
as he gets more minutes.
Their doubles haven't been announced yet either. So they've only at the moment got Wolves, Burnley, Leeds, Arsenal, Brentford.
Okay.
Watch list that.
Watch list. All right, well, let's get a prediction, and that's going to round us up for this week. Oh, God.
I think we might have said draw for Wolves and...
Wolves, Leicester. Yeah.
Leicester.
And
I
then
think we said draw for the other one.
Oh, yeah, shit. We've already predicted both.
Yeah.
That makes sense because it's the end and we've predicted them.
We've done it.
Well, yeah, draw. Well, that's a bit boring in the bottle.
Well, lots of games this week. You definitely have opportunity to throw in a specky on a couple of doubles just to
I like that.
take a chance on a clean sheet one game than a 2 points the next.
100%. Mike White? Miles, why do you have your microphone out of your stand?
Look, I was doing it at the start of the episode. I don't know if you noticed, but
It does kind of feel good.
it feels kind of nice.
It does feel nice.
I feel like I'm on a panel and I'm
Yeah.
like sitting on a really
Sitting
nice
on
comfy
stage.
chair.
Yeah, like a panel for idiots.
Yeah. Well, I mean, talk about yourself if you want, but
Man, I'm feeling a little buzzed after these little cocktails.
They were really nice.
let's go out.
It's giving me the smiles.
Let's go on the town.
Smiley G.
Smiley G. All right, boys. Let's say goodbye. I think we've talked enough.
Round it out.
Round it out.
Draft Boys on 3.
1, 2.